I had a doctor tell me many years ago. I was in my 40s, about 10 years ago, and I have, multiple herniations in my lower back. I have a spine curvature, and I have problems with my neck, herniations in my neck from car accidents and work accidents and just, heavy construction work. And at 45 years old, he took a x-ray of my spine and he said that I have the spine of an 80-year-old man.
Oh my God.
And I said, well,
Doctors love doing
that. Yeah. I said, how are you measuring that? He said, curvature, degeneration of the disc. He said, and basically the x-rays tell me your skeletal system to your back. The way your back is from this photo of the x-ray, you have an 80-year-old spine. Well, I didn't like that. I didn't like that I was 45 years old and my spine was 80. And I had problems walking because of the curvature. And that's when I started to Taichi. And, I started to do that. And it took a few years. So I went back to the doctor and he took another x-ray. And he said, well, I got to tell you, whatever you're doing good. He said, you've got the spine of a 75-year-old man. I said, 75-year-old man? I said, where did I gain the 5 years? He said, I don't know. He says, you're standing a little taller. He said, you still got your curvature, but you've gained 5 years on your life from whatever you're doing. And it had something to do with the measurement of the vertebrae. And that was how, and the curvature of the spine, that's how he determined the age of my back. I said, well, it seems to be working. So now I've been doing it 5 more years. And I don't know, maybe I'm down to 70 now. So I definitely get a lot less back pain. And my legs are stronger from doing the martial arts. I can tell you it works, whatever. And you have to continue to do it to sustain it.
Yeah.
That's why I started standing, was more to gain additional strength, to become stronger, to reverse the clock, to get healthier. And my whole biological, since I've been doing the martial arts, my diabetes, my blood pressure are all within normal levels now.
Wow.
Over the last 5 years. And I've noticed that in the last year, my blood pressure went down roughly 5 points in the last year that I've been observing my blood pressure, since I've been doing the increased standing, watching my diet, my sodium intake, and basically I've seen maybe a 5 to 10 point drop in blood pressure since I've been on the medication. So my last checkup, the doctor told me, I don't know if you know the good news, but I had diabetes for the last 10 years. My diabetes was quite high. My A1C was 11, which was very high. And normal is between 5 and 7. After 1 year of really focusing on diet, medication, and she even brought me down a level of medication, I'm taking less medication with a normal sugar range of 6.4 from 11.9, which was a big drop. And it wasn't just the martial arts, but it was diet and portion control. And I lost 30 pounds.
Yeah.
That helped. That was a big help. But I think in tandem, everything works together. You have to have, mind and body have to be, in sync with each other. And then your dietary habits need to change with your condition. And I found that it was portion control. I can still eat the foods I like, but I just can't eat the amount. So I used to eat a big plate of food. Now I eat a bowl of food. And I cut my portions down in half 3 times a day. And I don't eat past 7 o'clock at night. And to me, I started losing a lot of weight that way and staying, tone and fit and still maintain nourishment, because I had to just reduce my caloric intake, the volume of food, but I still eat pretty much what I want. A lot less carbohydrates, but I could still eat like a lot of fruits and vegetables and, protein. And that seems to be the key for me, but everybody's different. You have to find what works for you. I've learned with the doctors from going to them for so many years, I always see the same sick people at the doctor's office. And what the doctors give you is medication to sustain you in a healthy range, but the people are still overweight and their body breaks down. They don't exercise, they don't walk, they get very depressed. They're on these medications, and it's just pressing and sustaining your life, but you continue to get worse. And what I found is there's a small percentage of people that want to get better, but doctors basically sustain you, with these illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure. They give you medication to keep your levels down, but it's not the cure. And they don't tell you they can't cure you, but they just give you medication. And the only way you can cure yourself and reverse it is to be knowledgeable, understand your health, but do a lot of research. And honestly, you can reverse the body. And Eastern philosophy has taught me that you can reverse illness and injury in your body by working, whether meditation, standing, exercising, walking, but you have to do enough of it. Sometimes 20 minutes a day will not be enough to correct or reverse something. You may have to stand for 2 hours a day medically to heal over time. And some people will heal and some people won't. You just have to find what works for you. And that's what I tell everybody that constantly goes to the doctors and they say, "Oh, I'm not losing weight. I'm not getting better." You can do it. You can reverse the aging process by defining something that works for you.